Dear friends, we are going to talk about the perspectives for the Taurus people during the year 2019. So, what Taurus people can expect next year? More precisely, this, what I'm going to talk about, will work out for those who have Sun in Taurus, or even more for those who have Ascendant in the Taurus sign. And to a certain degree, it will work for those who have Moon in the Taurus sign. Sometimes these predictions also make sense for people who have many planets, like a stellium of planets in a concrete sign. So this can be also. This many people, it can be useful. This video can be useful for those who have, for example, 3 or 4 planets in Taurus, but no one of those planets is the Sun or the Moon, some other planets. About the year 2019, I already have a video on YouTube. The name is Year 2019, Just Another Step. And that is a general overview of this year. So if you wish to learn more about that, what generally will be happening during the year, please have a look at this video. I'm saying they're just another step because it seems that the year 2019 is like a preparation for the 2020. Why is it so? Well, it is so because in the year 2020 we are going to experience 3 big conjunctions in the sign of Capricorn, and this will influence all of us collectively and some individuals also quite strongly as well. But as a collective, we are going to go through some big shifts, especially in the political area. So in this video, I am going to talk about Taurus sign. I'm not going to speak generally about the year 2019, but I would like to mention one thing. Here it is that the world is polarizing more and more, and by saying that, I don't mean a political polarization, that is obvious also. I mean, first of all, that this polarization is happening between mind on one side and consciousness on the other side. As you know, according to Vedic or Indian philosophy and to other philosophies also, mind is something that can be manipulated with always. So we use mind to think about the reality, but we are never sure. We analyze through mind, but we are never sure about that. What is the reality? And in today's time, we see that people are manipulated by others in this matter. But there are more and more people who are interested in widening their consciousness. Why? Because they're interested in that to learn about the truth. And the truth we here write with big letter T. So manipulations, mind and hypotheses are on one side, while real truth and wider consciousness are on the other side. And when such polarizations happen, of course, one should decide where he or she is. And that's what is happening in today's time. And this is happening individually and globally as well. So in such times, astrology can be very helpful, of course. But I would like also to mention here one thing about astrology. Even it can help you to orientate who you are and what do you would like to achieve in the future. Still, horoscope is only a map. So we use the map if we do not know the area where we are, and when we learn about this area, we do not need map anymore. So horoscope can help you to learn about yourself, but you know it is not that everything is written there, and many things are up to you. So you should listen to those predictions, or you can order consultancy in astrology, but finally you should make your decisions for yourself, as you always do finally. And many people ask whether they should listen to their sun sign predictions or ascendant predictions. I'm recommending to you all to listen to the both interpretations. So if you have sun in Taurus and ascendant in Aries, listen those 2 videos. So let's see what Taurus people can expect during the year 2019. Which area of their life will be stressed and what is going to happen and what will make them happy, let's say. Well, the biggest event for Taurus people is that planet Uranus is entering their sign. This is happening only once in a human life. If it depends, of course, it can. If people live long enough, more than 90 years, then they can maybe even experience this twice. But this is very, very rare. Okay, so this is very special transit, and Uranus is trans-Saturnian planet, the same as Neptune and Pluto are. And when those trans-Saturnian planets appear in our sign or some important point in the horoscope, these are the periods of time when we go through big changes. And changes that are coming with the planet Uranus are actually, this is some sort of, let's call this change liberation. Because Uranus is the planet of liberation, freedom, emancipation, and these things. At the beginning, this transit always causes some sort of chaos, but later on, when people see that things are just different and they accept them, they're very happy actually. So Uranus is quite okay, just we need to get used to this energy. So what will Taurus people can expect? For example, those who have a Taurus on their ascendant, most probably they are not going to be only changes on a personal level, on a body level, but they will most probably change profession. And more or less, it will be like that for those who have Sun in Taurus, but just depend if this is they're male or female. This can be different. Uranus will be in the Taurus sign until the year 2026, and all people with planets in the Uranus sign, in the Taurus sign will until the year 2026 go through these huge changes, that will really make them different, because this is one of those aspects that really makes us different, and for everyone is something else how and where different you're going to be. But as Taurus people are dealing very much with finances, they're interested in material things very much. They're always doing things in a way that they are, when they do things, they're trying um, to uh, to understand how they relate to others in the context of value, you know. So often Taurus people will not deal with other people if those do not respect them. So Taurus people often have and need to have very strong values. They know what is important for them. And with transit of Uranus, this will change. That what was the biggest value for them will actually change. And if finances were extremely important, as they were, pardon, as they were for many Taurus people, then there are going to be changes there. It's interesting that there is another transit at the same time. Jupiter will be in the 8th astrological house. And 8th astrological house is also about money, as Taurus is. So Taurus people will have a chance maybe to change their attitude towards other people's money, partners' money, or maybe if they were always relying only on themselves and always knew what they can do to make their living, maybe now they will start thinking about that, how other people can help them. Maybe they will more work and invest with others. With Neptune in the 11th astrological house, which makes square to Jupiter, maybe they will be in certain periods during 2019, they will have doubts about their long-term plans. Maybe they will in some periods think that they invest a lot in something, in a job, in people, in their children or something, but nothing is coming back to them. It is possible. So they will change the attitude towards other people, and they will have different expectations from other and from life from the year 2019 and later on. Taurus people have Pluto in the ninth astrological house for a long period already. For many of them, Pluto is there from the 2008. And Pluto was actually destructive. It is always destructive. It first destroys things and then build new things. So in the ninth house could change for many Taurus could change their attitude towards foreigners, religion, life philosophies. For those who teach at universities or work for some higher institutions, also could be some changes because they stop believing in some higher institution, or what they studied does not make sense for them anymore, or maybe they even met some fake gurus, or they became fake gurus, or things like that. And now Saturn is there in the ninth house, and Saturn will show them what is real and what is not real. So I guess that many Taurus people will, with Saturn in the ninth house, go back home if they are living abroad, or they will learn a lot about foreign countries and living abroad, or they will gain big knowledge from foreign cultures in the best possible way, in that way that they understand what works and what doesn't work for them. Some other Taurus people will be more realistic about their future plans. Um, and those who are involved, as I said, in some higher institution, or they work for movie, or they are in some medias and so on, they will have new insights there. Ketu, the south lunar node, will be in the ninth house, while a north node or Rahu will be in the third house. And with this, many Taurus people will change the way how they think. If they were before, for example, too realistic, and they were communicating with people on that what it's real and what's that what they know, and they exactly know how things are because they rely on mathematics, on that what they see, what they touch, they more believed in their senses. Now maybe they will start believing more in their feelings. Maybe they will more communicate with people through their feelings. With this position of south and the north lunar nodes, many Taurus people will change their way of thinking and become more positive than they were before, but positive in a realistic way. This is important to say. So, as we know, those lunar nodes, they are actually connected with eclipses, and in this year 2019 we are going to have 3 eclipse seasons. This is very special. So eclipses are going to be in January, in July, and in December 2019. For Taurus people will be interesting the last eclipse in the Leo sign. It will happen on the 21st of January on 0 degree of Leo, and this is going to be the last eclipse for Taurus people in their fourth astrological house. So they have a little bit more things to do concerning their family, properties, their feelings, their emotional security. Maybe there is something a little bit more to learn about their past or their roots of their family. And when they learn this, when they do things in this area, those final little things that they should be done, then they are ready for new life, let's say. And with this, a new 18-year cycle will begin. But the changes are there, in the fourth house, which is very intimate house. These are things that we do not show to the public. It is happening inside of us. The strongest eclipse during the year 2019 will happen in the Cancer. It is going to be total solar eclipse. It will be in the third astrological house for Taurus people. As we said already, this is the change of communication. So the Taurus people will communicate on other basis, most probably more on the emotional basis than before. With Neptune in the 11th astrological house, Taurus people maybe see that their long-term plans do not go very well, or that there is some sort of confusion. So they will start thinking, do they really want that, what they wanted? Is that what they're going to do? Are they going to invest energy in those things or not? So that it's a foggy place. Maybe they're also testing friends, who is really important for them, and so on. There is something happening in relation to other people for Taurus sign. We see that through 11th house, we see that through the 3rd house. This is excellent time with Neptune in the 11th house to learn to learn some perhaps alternative healing methods, and maybe to do some humanitarian job to help others in a way. And that's all for now for Taurus people. I mentioned here different transits, and about all of those transits I actually have videos on YouTube, so you can check my videos about Jupiter in Sagittarius. There are 2 videos. There is a video about Saturn in Capricorn. There is 3 videos I have about Uranus in Taurus. Taurus people should see this, because those videos explain a lot about Uranian energy. Then you may wish to see Neptune in Pisces, or another video, the name is Lunar Nodes on the Cancer Capricorn axis. So that's all for now. I would like also to say in this video that many people ask me, do I teach astrology? I do not teach, especially. I will have lessons on astrology online, but they're not ready yet. And if you're interested in astrology, you can order consultancy with me and ask any question concerning astrology, about that, how astrology works. I will gladly answer to you. On the web page Symbolic Thinking, it is symbolicthinking.net, you can see which types of consultations I offer. There is the consultancy based on astropsychology. I have different types of astrological consultations there. And you can also order, if you're interested, consultancy based on Feng Shui or Thetahealing. Thetahealing is a new method of spiritual healing, let's say. If you like the video, please like it, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much in advance. You can also follow my posts on Facebook. To all Taurus people, I would like to say at the end that I wish to them to be free. So liberate yourself from the year 2019 on.